This anime is mediocre. Let's talk about what really happened to us today instead. Hey there, everybody. Things are gonna sound a little different and different energy today.
Yeah. We're in the living room.
We're in the living room. You may be wondering, why aren't you guys in the office? At the studio recording where you usually do in the comfort of your known area.
That's because we have an unwelcome visitor.
Yep.
In our room.
Yup.
Who takes the form of a mouse.
Yup. Today, make it sound like it's a shapeshifter.
I don't know. I suppose you never know.
Man, that's a shitty way to go if you're a shapeshifter. Just die in a mousetrap.
Fair.
Hey, yeah, there's a mouse in our room.
So
that never happens.
No.
So we didn't know what to do. So
Yanto didn't know what to do.
Yanto, our cat, didn't know what to do.
Bless my dumb boy, who has not hunted in years.
He's not a good hunter.
He tried.
He tried, but he no good.
He's not. He just wanted to stare at the mouse.
I think for a while he just wanted to play.
I think he just wanted to play, yeah.
So after an hour of being freaking out,
of me like panicking,
I swung a towel at it a couple of times.
Yeah.
I
threatened to like find gloves and grab it because I was so sick and
tired.
tired.
That's when I knew it was time to get out of the room because I'm like, you're not gonna grab a mouse with your bare hands.
What if I did?
You were like, I'm gonna grab it and then I'm gonna go outside and throw it outside, and I'm like, he's just gonna get back in there. And second, how are you gonna open doors, Kitty?
Like, I was hoping you would help me with that part.
Are you gonna have a mouse trying to burrow through your skin?
Well, that's why I had to have gloves.
No.
I wanted like the big like latex like mom.
Oh
washing
man.
gloves.
Oh, I could describe one of the worst torture methods of like the fucking Dark Ages, but let's not do that.
No, let's not.
It involves mice.
Oh, yeah, no, I know that one.
Oh, no, you don't know the one that involve. Oh no.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Or should I describe it?
No.
What? I put a timestamp. If you don't want to know.
No, I don't want to know.
Then close your ears. Okay.
Close my ears.
Okay. I'm just gonna tell you what it involves. Okay.
It's and then.
No, you don't just shove mice into a person's chest.
I saw it in Game of Thrones. It wasn't quite like that.
No. See,
Like,
it involves a metal pot or a clay pot.
Yeah.
And you give mice an incentive to claw out of someone.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They did it in Game of Thrones because fuck Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Yeah, it was horrible.
That's a bad one. It was
horrible. They've done everything on Game of Thrones. They've cut off a man's penis and hand. Mm-hmm. They've flayed a man.
Mm-hmm. The gold one.
Pouring hot ass gold.
There's your gold crown.
Somebody's face. Listen, and beheading. Obviously.
That's an easy one.
Poisoning.
Yep. So you may be wondering,
raping someone on top of the grave of their dead son. Yeah, that happened.
So you may be wondering, how does that relate to the mouse story?
Not really.
Well, we have set up several traps. One of which is very humane.
Yes.
So we're gonna let the mouse decide its own end.
Listen, like I didn't want to kill it, but I wanted to release it because I heard an owl outside. So I'm like, let nature.
All the guides are like, release the mice to like a mile away from your house,
and
so that it doesn't get back to your house. And I'm like, I'm not gonna walk down to the college and just drop it in the college grounds and hope that everything's fine.
What if we just put it at another cat's house who's more competent than our cat?
You think Vanilla Wafer Prince is gonna just...
Oh, well, not Vanilla Wafer Prince. I was thinking either pumpkin or mandarin.
Why not Vanilla Wafer Prince?
I don't know. Look at that nice cat.
Oh, you think he would just be like, oh, that mouse is just living its life.
Yeah.
So if you hear an off sound going clank or like... Then we'll know.
The mouse has chosen wrong.
Then yep. Wow, I really love this Danganronpa game we have going on with the mouse.
Fuck.
You know, I set up a humane trap, okay?
And it didn't want to do it.
It didn't want to do it. But
we were staring at it, and Yanto was trying to.
It winked at me once. I'm like, what the fuck? Don't wink at me.
The motherfucker is climbing all over my figures.
The funny thing that gets me is that like twice in the last 24 hours we have done Pop Team Epic bits without realizing it.
Yeah.
Yesterday we did the one of like how much do you love me?
Like a whole lot.
And I'm like, wait, we just did Pop Team Epic.
Yeah.
And today I literally did like your life ends now, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, you did.
I did it with that thinking.
That's fair.
I am.
We are Pop Team Epic.
I am Popuko, and you're
I'm
Pipimi. Hey there, everybody. We're Dango Duo, usually
we're
for anime reactions.
To Pop Team Epic this week, but maybe next week because we've literally run out of shit to talk about. I'm sorry, this anime season sucks.
Generally there's anime that kind of like, it excites us and gets us to watch and keeps us hooked.
And then there's anime that's like, that sounds kind of interesting concept, and then first 20 seconds, that's next episode.
That's Sundays. Keep an eye out for Sunday's episode.
Literally the first 20 seconds.
So we're Dango Duo. We do anime content and Let's Play stuffs every single day, and whenever we're talking about random bullshit at the beginning of videos, we are reviewing anime and reacting to it, and today we're reacting to episode 1 of...
Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens. Play ball.
Episode 1, Play Ball.
This was the one about Murder Town. If you remember.
Yeah, it's Assassins.
Our winter Wonderland.
So, as I said at the beginning...
this anime was not good.
I hope you enjoyed the story about the mouse. Here's hoping that it dies soon so we can get back to recording at the studio. Yeah. But anyhow, in case you don't know...
store actually buy real mouse traps if we go.
I mean, we have real mouse traps. They're just old mouse traps, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. So
anyway.
Yeah. You want to set up like a mouse trap thing? I don't know. I don't have a joke for now. What I'm going to tell you, though, the real joke, our format videos, or video format, we can tell you what we liked, what we didn't like, our recommendation, are we going to keep on watching? Should you give it a try? And then we jump into the spoiler zone where the real conversation of the day happens. So let's just flash through this because it's a pretty straightforward anime. Kitty, what is Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens all about?
Well, it was originally a light novel that is still ongoing. Of course it is.
There's 8 volumes of it.
And then there was a manga, and then another manga, and now the anime. It follows the story of a bunch of hitmen and one detective.
Yeah, in the Hakata city in Fukuoka, Japan.
In the Hakata ward.
Hakata ward, yes.
Where apparently there is a lot of professional hitmen. We will talk about this.
We will talk about this to a great extent because it's hilarious.
And then the first episode kind of tries to follow like 3 different plot lines. We follow a new guy, a new assassin starting out.
Saito.
He's kind of an idiot. We follow a cross-dressing assassin who later gets involved with our third following, a detective. Banba.
Para bailar la bamba.
That song is way more interesting than this anime. Hey, yo.
Hey, get wrecked. So, Kitty, with that out of the way, what did you enjoy the most about Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens Episode 1 Play Ball?
It's got a good concept.
Yeah.
The idea of, like, multiple hitmen. Please, Yanto, I swear.
Yanto's being a dumb cat.
He wants to get in that
very specific bag. It's fine.
It's fine. And I especially like where I would like it to go.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to go this way, but if I did, I would give it mad props. How, like, vague spoilers for the end, but I'm not going to go too detailed. 2 unlikely characters end up coming together at the end. And
it would be really cool if they ended up together at the end, but it sounds unlikely.
It sounds very unlikely.
As for what I like the most, the animation's pretty. I think it is visually appealing. The first episode ends. In case you can't hear that, that's our cat being a dummy.
He's like, you guys are never out here. What the fuck's going on? I think he's forgotten that.
You guys are talking to the microphone again.
Hi, baby.
Is it that time of the week?
It is that time of the week. Are you gonna settle on the mic?
He's on my knee.
Mic table. Michael-chan.
He's still in hunt mode. He's like, where's our mice? I'm gonna get him.
I know.
Get him.
You're so dumb, but you're so good.
I like the animation. It's pretty.
Yeah,
that's my
nice.
Positive.
Except for the character designs, but I'm going to talk more about that in the spoiler zone. So. Do not get on the laptop, though, my love.
So, Kitty, it all can be good, and you can see some foreshadowing.
Oh, wait, I forgot my other tiny good...
Oh, really? Oh, my God.
So there's a character that reminds me of Balthier, and he
just looks like Balthier.
Yeah, he just looks like Balthier, and the way he kind of talks, so he's a little...
that's fair.
He knows what he doing, and he don't care, and he all about that mun.
That's fair.
He is the only, like, character I was even vaguely interested in, other than the cross-dresser, until they said some
until, of course, they went to the place that would go.
Yanto, do not. Yanto, do not.
Yanto's trying to stand on the laptop we're using for recording, which would be a bad idea because there are hotkeys he could just press by mistake. There's Yanto. He's like, no.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to fucking shit.
Hey there. That's our son.
Anyway, this anime is not very good.
So you know that things are bad when I'm saying, yeah, it looks pretty. The rest of it doesn't matter. Our cat is trying to get inside of a box.
In a bag.
A bag. Oh, but the bag is very small, and it's diagonal to him, and he's above it.
And he's very big.
Anyhow, Kitty, what did you dislike the most about this episode?
So you know how I said it's a good concept? it's got a really bad execution, and that's a murder joke.
I get it, but it's execution.
Like look at all these mostly interesting things that they set up, and then they decide to go for the obvious thing instead, and it's like, but you could have done something with this, and instead they just went the very, very typical, we're CS and hitmen and blah blah blah, all the same plots you always hear about assassins, blah 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 blah. We'll talk about
we'll talk about the subject that is pretty much, if you want to just name it out already,
which
it's like oh look, I made a bunch of OCs.
Oh no, I was gonna talk about this.
So that reminds me, Kitty just reminded me. So the two things that I dislike the most about this episode is, first and foremost, transphobic slurs. There's a cross-dressing character. I wonder if we're gonna drop the S word today.
We did.
They did.
I mean, at least they didn't say the T word. Or the other T word.
They're both bad. They're all bad.
It's all bad.
And it's like I don't know. Also, he has a bunch of lazy writing.
Yeah.
And once again, I understand. I don't know. This was originally published in 2014. No, fuck that. You're too late to the party.
Yeah.
Like, the main character is a cool, badass guy who does what he wants and is a maverick and is the best at it. And also, by the way, the Wikipedia description with spoilers who he actually is in the story. He is the guy. He is the guy.
No.
If you scroll down a little bit more. Like I to the character descriptions, like it just tells you
thanks.
It just tells you, and I'm like, thanks Wikipedia.
Thanks.
So the main character is the coolest, baddest guy ever with the biggest dick, and it's just like tired. It's so tired. This guy has no character whatsoever. He's just a power trip, and also
insert yourself into.
Kitty and I, we do writing and editing for a living. Okay.
I literally have a story about assassins.
Yeah. So this story here has some bits that are bad, and we're gonna talk about them because it's literally my subject of the day. Is welcome back to Max's Your Stories editor again, and I don't know who the editor for this was, and was like, yeah, that's completely fair. Whoever edited this was lazy as fuck, because we'll get to this. Okay. We'll get to this. I do stories for a living. We'll walk through this together.
I don't know if you can hear Yanto grooming himself, but he is right next to the mic grooming himself.
Yeah. So welcome back to cat grooming ASMR with angry nerds in the background.
Fair.
So Kitty, hey, we're gonna keep on watching, and should the viewer give it a try? No. Okay, good. So
the only thing that would get me to watch more is our hope that the two characters would end up together.
Yeah, that would
blow my mind.
That would be amazing. That would actually be amazing.
The way that this is going seems very unlikely.
Very unlikely.
But that would be dope.
So hey, we're Dango Duo, and if you want to go watch this anime, there should be a link to it in the description down below.
You can if you want, but I don't necessarily recommend it.
I forgot to add links to the previous set of videos. Oh, no. I forget to do it every week. There should be a link to Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll is the best place to watch anime.
Even if it's bad, it's still on
Netflix. I mean Netflix is also pretty good, as is Hulu.
Yeah.
But it's literally
Amazon's trying.
It's free to watch. And if you get premium, which is $6 a month.
$6.95. I looked at my bill statement and I'm like, Crunchyroll's only $6.95?
That's ridiculous. You can watch all of. Don't watch all of One Piece, but you could watch. You could watch a bunch of really good anime.
From like what we've covered.
Yeah. We're not sponsored by Crunchyroll, but we could be.
I'd be down, but
come on. That's easy money. Come on, Crunchyroll. Get over here.
Yeah.
But anyhow, for now, we're going to jump into spoilers, so we're going to spoil everything. Again, we don't recommend this anime, but if you want to watch it, do so. Or if not, tag along, because we're going to tear it apart at the count of 3!
2!
1!
Grooming.
Yanto is just grooming himself. I have the mic set up so it only picks up sound from the front, so they might not be able to hear it.
That's fair.
So, Kitty, what's your subject of the day?
So, all the characters in this anime look like a bunch of bad OC designs. Oh, wow, that is a tiny image. Thanks, Wiki.
Yanto, don't attack the microphone.
What has it ever done to you?
It's got that thing where, like, nobody looks like they're a person. They all look like they're OCs.
Yeah.
And
like, as much as I love Balthier, not Balthier, like, yeah, he looks like an OC.
Yeah. Also, like, the main character's sweater is stupid.
It looks, like, bad.
Okay, listen. Gender is an illusion. It doesn't matter. It's silly. Yes. But you have this guy who's sold to be this very manly guy.
And he's like,
who's baseball, and I'm a detective, and I'm a maverick, and he's wearing what is clearly a woman's sweater.
Yeah, no, okay. It's, like, showing part of his shoulder. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like, hey, maybe it's an allegory of the cross-dresser ending up together.
Wouldn't it be great if they ended up together? That would be fantastic.
That'd be so good.
That would elevate this anime super high up there. But it seems
really like
unlikely.
Because the only designs I really like are Balthier and the cross-dressing guy. Because, like, I like that he's not, like, super feminine. Like, his arms are covered, his legs are covered. You can only see, like, a little bit of his, like, legs. I like that, he's wearing a long wig and stuff like that. I like his design, but and Balthier just looks like he looks like Balthier. So I'm down. But everybody else looks like an idiot. Hacker guy.
The hacker guy looks like an idiot.
Like the most OC character.
And of course,
salary man.
There's the black guy.
Just starting out. Is this one black?
He's black.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell in this bad picture. And then there's the little girl.
The little girl, which of course, I guess.
Who is also involved in
of course.
Murder Inc., by the way.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to mention this. We can just intertwine. I do like that the crossdresser is like, I just like crossdressing. And I'm like, that's perfect. That's a perfectly fine reason.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you disguise yourself as a woman to get into my apartment.
It's like, nah, I just like crossdressing.
This is just how I am.
And that's good. That's fine. This is
that's
fine.
fine other than people using slurs to talk about them.
I can't believe, it's one of your main characters. What's one of his introductory scenes, just shouting transphobic comments. That's fine.
Yeah.
Also, are we gonna touch on all the fucking sexualized violence in this?
Oh, there was a little.
And they have the implication of the politician's son who's just like, yeah, I know, like, if there's body trafficking, no one's gonna look for this girl. I killed her. It's so
even
fun.
The mayor was like, yeah, it's fine. They're just girls that were taken from overseas, and it's like,
that doesn't make it less bad. So.
Oh wait, let me. God, these images are tiny.
Yeah. So there's kind of this listen. I'm not saying you can't write stories about the seething underbelly of the criminal underworld,
or that have sexualized violence. Like,
that's
it's
fine. That's
necessarily bad just on its own.
The primary issue that I have is just that
trying to find a good image. Jesus.
The primary issue that I have is just how. Wow, Yanto! I swear to God, baby.
Yeah, he's black.
Yeah, or at least has very dark skin. Of course, there's a tough black guy. Man, that guy just looks like Balthier. And I love, man, the Saito storyline is the dumbest thing because
so bad.
So let's just talk about Murder Inc. So
in this world.
Oh wow! Okay,
in this
is
modern Tokyo,
this is gonna be a combination of Kitty's rants about OCs and I rant about editing. In this world, there is an organization called Red Rum
Inc.
Red Rum Inc. And when we first heard that, I thought, oh, well, that's an interesting name for your organization of people who kill people. And then
who did this first? Was it like a DC comic or something?
No, it was The Shining.
Thank you.
And suddenly I was staring at it for long enough that I just paused the video and went, Kitty, that's murder backwards. And then no, just watch this. The instant I pieced it together and I unpaused the video, it cut to just saying it's Murder Inc. And I'm like, you did not even hide that, and I'm sitting here going, like, are we doing this? Are we doing this?
And we are.
And I'm just sitting here like the setup of a company called Red Rum, and the front of it being like an alcohol wine company or rum company, it would have worked.
Interesting concept that they just went in the traditional stupid route of.
Yeah, and also, like, why would you name your company
Murder Inc?
Murder Inc.
Are you an idiot?
Also, and welcome back to Max Does Editing. So there is very close to the beginning of the story. There's a line, especially with the introduction of Saito or
our salary man who works at Red Rum,
who wants to kill. Did you just show up at the Murder Inc? Because it has a building, and people know about it.
And there's multiple districts because he's being transferred to the Fukuoka district.
Hakata Tonkotsu district.
Yeah.
And like, okay, and Saito has clearly never done this.
Yeah,
so just
he's
like,
nervous.
Did you just show up?
He's only been there for 2 months.
And as the editor, I'm sitting here going, why is this guy at Murder Inc? How did he get allowed to go into Murder Inc when he hasn't killed anyone?
Is he like the son of a great assassin?
And is that explained? No, not yet at least, but he's really bad at it. And he's almost like a comedic relief character. It's like, oh no.
But it seems like he's going to be getting involved with the cross-dresser and the detective, but like, I don't know how.
What's the cross-dresser's name?
Their name is Lin Ying Zhang Ming? I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Chinese, so I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Lin and Banba.
Yeah.
Banba.
Banba.
So like Saito's thing makes no sense, but during Saito's introduction, there's a line that gets said, and it's one of those problems that I'll tell you right now. If you want to do storytelling in any way, shape, or form, and you don't care about, and if you don't want to basically stick your foot in your mouth, never state specific numbers about your world building. In the case of Tonkotsu Ramens, there's a number that is dropped. In which, during the Seto conversation, one of the other assassins says that in the Fukuoka Hakata ward, 3% of the population are assassins. Now, right now, if you can just like human brain, you're like, oh yeah, 3%, that's not a lot. Here's where your editor should literally, I don't want to say pull a gun and shoot it at your script, because I'm just okay.
Japan is especially Tokyo, is one of the most population-dense cities. So even if you're just looking at one ward in one district in Tokyo,
3% of the population is a lot. And also, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No worries.
The thing that gets me here is that, oh gee, I wonder if we can just look up the numbers for the Fukuoka. So, hey everybody, Hakata ward in Fukuoka has a population of 228,000 people.
Give or take.
Now, 3% of that would make it to be about 6,840. Now, 6,840 assassins doesn't sound like a lot. Maybe you can be like, well, still 7,000 out of out of a quarter of a million. But then it's time to do some math, everybody, because there is a ratio to the number of cops per thousands of people in your land,
or also just number of people per number of assassins.
So now I'm just gonna give you some numbers right now, okay? Because let's go by American standards to kind of make things a little bit bigger, because that we can look up. Yeah. So the ratio of policemen per 10,000 civilians in Washington D.C. is 59. There are 59 police officers in Washington per
10,000 citizens.
10,000 citizens. Okay, hold on to that feeling. We're gonna take that. We're just gonna take that ratio and just translate it over to Hakata.
Even though it would be less.
It would be less because it's Japan.
It's Japan. But I don't know. Maybe in Murder City.
But that would mean that if we go with that ratio, and by the way, Washington has a very high one. Yeah. Some other cities in the U.S. have like 30 cops per 10K. But that would mean that Hakata has 1,276 cops.
Yeah.
1,276 cops to 6,840 assassins. Also, that's 7,000 people who have to get jobs somewhere, who have to be killing people to be effectively making money in this business. And I'm pretty sure that doesn't account for the janitors in the building, the secretaries in the building, the bosses and everyone else running in, and the informants and the couriers. What is this world?
Apparently full of assassins.
That doesn't work. And I was actually like as an editor, this is the sort of shit that your editor goes like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Like, listen.
And also like, this is, you know how you get away with, from this? Kitty's petting Anto, by the way. You just go, like, a very low percentage. Yeah, like 8% of the population is assassin.
0.01.
Or almost just don't even say a number.
Yeah, because there's a lot. Just say there's a lot of assassins in Hakata.
Yeah, and I was telling Kitty, and I'm like, okay, listen, 3% means that there's 1 every 33 people. You know, in your classroom right now.
Yeah, if there's
30 students, 1 of them is an assassin.
It's like
if you work retail, Kitty works at Kaiba Corp.
And I work with about 50 to 60 people.
Yeah.
About 2 of them are assassins.
2 of them are assassins. Do you realize how stupid this is?
Yeah.
Do you understand this?
Down by individual, like...
And also the idea of, like, you get about 500 customers every day at Kaiba Corp. That would be like 15 of them are assassins.
Yeah.
Do you realize how dumb this is? This is why if you don't care about specific numbers in your world building, never mention dates or numbers.
Unless somehow this is correct, which I highly doubt. But if I don't know, maybe Hakata is just one of the most dangerous cities in Japan for some reason.
You think there are 6 times as many assassins as there are cops?
No, definitely not. But fuck, I don't know.
And even if that's 7,000 or 6,840 number is everyone who works in the assassin business, which we can only assume only a 10th of them is actually people out doing assassin work. It's still too much.
That's still too
It's still too much. Like
Like, that's still 684 people.
We could actually even do the math of, like, if every one of these assassins kills one person every month.
Or, as it seems... Oh, sorry, that's the coffee.
Don't mind the coffee maker, it's fine. I just... you know what? Let's just do the math right now, because this is fucking...
Like, except for the fact that, like, in episode 1, the cross-dressing person is hired to kill 3 people within the span of, like, a day.
Now, let's just say that each of these guys... Each of the 6,840 assassins kill one person every week, okay? Because you have to pay your bill somehow. So that means that they kill that's 6,840 times 52 weeks, because there's 52 in the year. That equates to 355,680.
That is more than the population of Hakata.
In 1 year they are... And they also killed themselves, by the way.
Yeah.
They killed 100,000 more people than there are in the city of Hakata. Do you this is... Your editor is having an aneurysm right now. It's just the sort of thing I don't understand. Just don't mention numbers. Also, the red rum thing just kills me. Because I'm like, that's cool. And the front for your business is an alcohol company. No, it's murder backwards.
No, it's
and people call it murder. And the worst thing is that, like, you have people conversing about doing murders in public places.
Yeah. Oh, but don't worry, the ramen guy is in on it too.
There are people walking by the ramen place, though.
Yeah. Like, listen. It made more sense for the assassin company where they all met in a car.
That made way more sense because they're in a parking lot. Mm-hmm. But then you have fucking Banba, because he's the coolest guy ever. Mm-hmm. Just be like, oh yeah, I already knew everything. I want to ask a guy about information, but I already knew everything though, because I have the biggest dick and I'm the best and the strongest.
Where was that guy with the stupid hair?
That's the guy who was doing the transphobic slurs.
Yeah, I don't even see.
He's part of the main cast.
I don't even see a picture of him though.
Yeah, get wrecked.
Good, go away. And then there's just a picture of ramen in Google search images.
That's fair.
Fair. Oh, and like there's a character that's introduced very briefly.
Who's a ninja?
Yeah, basically.
The white-haired guy
yeah.
with the fucking shuriken.
Yeah, who I guess is supposed to be the bad.
I don't think so. Oh, by the way, yeah, the spoilers is that, like, in the City of Assassins. Mm-hmm. That by the way, they never call it the City of Assassins, but we're just calling it that.
It's fine.
There is, and the worst part is
okay. Like, this is an interesting concept.
It's interesting, but it immediately shoots itself in the foot because at one point someone mentions.
Yeah, because Saito's like getting into his new job, and they're like, "Oh, you better be careful of the hitman."
And then we thought, wow, if there are assassins to counteract the assassins, that would actually kind of make the 3%, 6,840 number kind of make sense. You have people counteracting, and almost kind of like alternative police force, where you hire an assassin to kill the assassin who's going to assassinate you. Except immediately they explain that there's only one assassin
person doing this.
There's just one assassin. And
by the way, it's
about, and it's Banba. Of course, it's Banba.
Of course, it is.
It's Banba. It's not said in the first episode, but the Wikipedia description spoils it.
Yeah.
So this was not fun.
Nah. Interesting idea that.
Bad expects. I wonder if the light novel is better.
It's possible.
The light novel tends to always be better.
But if they bring up that stupid statistic, like,
I wouldn't put it past an animation crew to just add a stupid line like that.
I mean,
I wouldn't put it past them.
I don't know how much Attack on Titan did that in the actual story. I'm sure they did, because
there were some really stupid choices in the SAO anime that made it an absolute trash fire. Yeah. When the original light novel is like literally pretty good.
Pretty dang good.
You know, I always talk about it. It's like Asuna's dress in Elfenheim is a one-piece white dress with long sleeves. That's what it's described in the book, and in the anime they just made her all fucking fan servicey. So
yeah, and then
also Zuhu doesn't have big breasts. They literally describe her as stocky in the book, so fuck whatever the author said, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
she's gotta have big tits, otherwise the kids are not gonna watch.
The boys aren't gonna watch.
The boys are not gonna watch.
Hello, my love.
Hey there, everybody. We're Angry Duo. This video started with us talking about a mouse, which hopefully has perished by the time this video goes up.
God, I would hope so. Where are you putting your toe?
There was one humane trap. If it picked that one, then everything's fine. We'll just release it out there to be destroyed. Okay, everyone can hear that, Yanto.
Thanks, Yanto.
Everyone can hear that.
Oh, yep, that was it.
Everyone can hear you grooming yourself and scratching yourself. Welcome back to the cat scratching ASMR. We're Dango Duo. Kitty, is there anything else you want to say about
Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens?
Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens episode 1, play ball? Oh, just random baseball references?
Oh, that's because...
Also, fork balls don't work like that?
It's not called a fork ball either. That's not a thing. Unless it is in Japan, unless it's what they call something. Anyway, the point, they don't explain it in the anime, but I read the description. It's because Banba was a baseball player who got injured somehow. And
then became a detective.
Yeah, and
because...
an assassin.
Man,
anyway, that's... They literally don't bring it up in the anime, though. But
they just have random, just someone has a baseball and a baseball bat. Yanto, please.
Yanto, you're beautiful. Stop grooming yourself.
I know. Yanto, please.
You don't have to.
He's like, no, let me at him. I'm gonna get that mouse.
I know, my love.
I love that Yanto, our cat, he just knows we want it. We need to use the mic, so he's like, no.
This is my table.
This is my table now. Welcome to the future!
It's the future.
We're re-recording this because upon editing, we discovered that the outro for this video cut off.
Thanks. Whatever.
I think it was Yanto's butt. I think he pressed the button on the recording thing.
Was it you, Yanto? He's right here. He's grooming himself.
Hey there, everyone. In case you're wondering, it's been a day, and we still hate Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I've kind of forgotten it all with the whole mouse incident, but...
editing the video reminded me of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about the numbers for like 5 minutes.
That's fun.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. Hey there, everybody. We're Dango Duo. In case you like our stuff, tag along, subscribe, leave a like. If you follow us on Twitter, you may get a chance to find out more about our mouse stories or whatever we're doing. Pictures of Cat Yanto, who is present, by the way, right here.
He's here. He's grooming himself.
Yeah, so Twitter, Dango Duo for updates. At LadyKittyLynn for pictures of Yanto and love life shit. And me, MistreKirin, for writing advice and whatever I'm doing. Also... we have an Amazon wish list. Whoop, whoop, whoop,
we
whoop.
Do.
Buy us stuff, and then we'll do a video on it.
We'll talk about
and if the stuff on that stuff is not the stuff you want to buy us, then let us know in the comments, and we'll put it on the list of the stuff.
Yep, exactly.
Man, we're both tired and sick.
Listen. We requiesced our bedroom last night to try to make the mouse...
Why did you requiesce? Surrendered our bedroom?
Yeah. He groomed
I mean, I guess.
to try to make the mouse comfortable enough to fall for our trap.
Oh, and it did. What a loser. In case you're wondering, the mouse chose wrong.
The mouse has been defeated.
Yep.
The evil has been defeated.
Hi, Yanto?
Yanto, can you say hi?
Oh no, he's settling. He's a donut now. He's a donut. Hey there, everybody. We also have a Patreon account. The #1 place to support us and to help us do more of this content whenever we're not dying of sickness.
And exhaustion.
And exhaustion from not sleeping in our bedroom because a mouse. Anyhow, listen. We chose not to sleep there because we would have been waking up every 5 minutes waiting for the mouse to finally fall into the trap, okay? A shitty night of sleep is better than a good night of sleep broken down into 5-minute intervals, okay? Listen.
Okay.
Fight me in the comments. For now, if you pledge to our Patreon, you get to watch our videos early, vote on lotteries, watch our special monthly videos early, and also get a shout out at the end of the videos like the following people!
Amelia.
Angela.
Arizona.
Leire.
Luna.
And V for Victoria.
Victoria.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Kitty's battery level, she's like in the red.
Yeah, I already napped once today.
You napped twice?
No, I only napped once.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw you nap in position twice.
Yeah, I'm tired. My head.
Yanto, are you gonna take the microphone? What's your problem?
Yanto.
I am pretty tired too, but these videos gotta get out there. People gotta know our shitty opinions on shitty anime.
Fair, I suppose. Yanto.
Alright, let's get out of here. Bye bye.
Okay, goodbye. Thanks for watching.